Well, howdy, and welcome to Monday's edition of Today's Bread. Now, we're continuing the series on prayers and exhortations in the Psalms, and this week's discussion is on praying for deliverance. Today's portion, however, is the power to deliver. Scripture reference Psalm 40, verses 1 and 2. David testified to the Lord's deliverance when facing troubling circumstances. He experienced God's help in the past and knew that God could be trusted in the future. David learned to wait on God with confidence and patience. That's verse 1. In response to his confidence, the Lord rescued him from the pit. Verse 2. Now, this expression was often used of Sheol, the world of the dead. Now, pits or old cisterns were often used as dungeons, as in Jeremiah 38, verse 6. They were usually 10 to 12 feet deep and 20 to 30 feet across. Now, near the top, the walls would slant inward toward a very small opening. A prisoner lowered into would sink into a layer of thick mud, and it was very sticky. Now, in a situation like this, a person was utterly helpless. David clearly experienced God's power to deliver on many occasions. When fleeing from King Saul, he often cried to the Lord for help. Although it sometimes seemed like the pangs of death, he trusted in God's power. David resisted opportunities to take matters into his own hands and instead patiently waited for God's perfect timing. Dependence on the Lord is critical to Christian living. Self-sufficiency is the fruit of pride. God is opposed to the proud and will not come to the aid of those who seek to please Him in their own strength. When we acknowledge our lack of resources and trust in the Lord's power to deliver, we open the door to resources that are beyond measure. God will never fail to respond to us when we place our lives in His care and affirm our utter need of Him. Dependence on God will allow us to access His infinite power. Thank you, and I pray that you've enjoyed today's edition of Fresh Daily Bread. Church isn't a place to go to. It's a family you belong to. So come be a part. Well, Monday's prayer focus is declare truth over deception in the media and culture. Pray that truth will rise above lies, confusion, and propaganda. Now remember, Jesus, He's coming back soon. Here's Monday's blessing. Today's portion of the priestly blessing is that I love so much. May the Lord protect you. May the Lord protect you.